The first question is, where do you buy most of your clothes and why? My answer is, to be honest, I rarely buy clothes by myself. My wife will do it for me. She prefers buy clothes at online shop rather than physical retail shops. The reason is that it's very convenient to buy clothes online, and there is a good performance and price ratio. And next question is, how often do you buy clothes for yourself and why? My question is, I think I buy clothes every. I think I buy my clothes every half. I think I buy my clothes every half a year. Once half a year. Just because the situation is that I often buy my clothes after the old clothes is worn out, or I have some new situation like take part in some others marriage, or have a new important meeting, so I have to put on a new suit. That's why I will buy new clothes. Next question is, how do you decide which clothes to buy and why? Like I said before, my wife will make the final call. She will decide which clothes to buy. I have fully believe on her. And she has a good catch about what clothes is worth to buy. Next question is, have the kinds of clothes you like changed in recent years, and why? To be honest, yes. Before I married, before I married, the style of my wearing is not fashion. In other words, it's a little old-fashioned. After I start to date with my wife, she has the right to choose the clothes for me. So She thinks that I need to put on some long coat and long jacket rather than short ticket and short jeans. It looks fashion for me. So I think that's a good idea and I accept it. Next question is, describe an interesting discussion you had about how you spend your money. My answer is, I used to have a discussion with my wife to talk about how we should spend our money at our household. As a family, we need to manage our household budget, and we also need to do financial work to make a long life financial plan. What I believe is that we need to invest our money on public funds and stock. However, my wife have a different idea. She believes that funds and stocks are great risk assets and should avoid to invest our money on that assets. She believes that money should stay in the bank account and don't make it flow into the other high-level risk account. So that's what we talked about money, and finally we have a compromise. We reached a trade-off. We do not invest the most of the money we do not put the most of our money on the high-level risk assets. We only put the small part of the money invested to the big risk assets like public funds and stocks. We manage to make sure we are on the same page and do the correct decision. And finally, even we have some discussions through the last 3 years, and we finally make sure the plan will be executed successfully. Next question is for why do some parents give their children money to spend each week? My question is, recent years, more parents give their children money to spend each week. I think it's a great trend. That's a good practice for children and for parents. For parents, for parents is a for parents is a For parents, it's a good way to help their children how to manage their money and make the children learn how to do financial plan. And for children, it's a good practice for them to manage their money. So once they grow up and become an adult, they could manage their money better because of the younger age trend. I like this access, and I think every parent should try the way to give their children money.